Hey guys, what's going on? Ultimus here, bringing you another video. This time, finally, the follow-up to our video we did a couple weeks ago about the 6.1 PTR and what's new coming with it. We're going to jump right in. We're going to readdress some of the stuff we touched up and looked at this time, though, with actual video footage, so you know I'm not crazy and you don't have to take my word for it. You can see it for yourself, along with some extra stuff. So let's go ahead and jump right in. First and foremost, I want to talk about the updated character models. That's right, they're updating character models again. And what you're going to see is I'm going to show you a clip of my human paladin, who is a female, on live right now. And as you can see, the texture models still look pretty good. I mean, I'm not complaining. It looks great. But what you're going to see now as I shift you over to the beta realm here, 6.1 beta, you're going to see a very big difference. You're going to see a lot of differences in the face. This is my character, untouched, unchanged, just simply copied over to the beta realm, so nothing is different on her. And what you're going to see is, again, a lot darker skin tones, especially around the face. Lots of eyeshadow and mascara put on around those eyes. Darker lip gloss color lipstick on there, and even the skin tone is a lot different and darker. What they've done, though, is they've touched up the hair so it doesn't look as jagged and split, but looks a lot smoother, and see the textures on the faces are updated. I do want to go into create a new character real quick, just so you can see the new female faces and the different variations we have here as well. What I want to do, though, is I do want to lighten up the skin color just a little bit so it's easier to see those differences in the eyes. As you can see at the top of the face, all of them very much so just darker circles around those eyes. You can see just a very heavy, almost like, again, they've applied a lot of makeup to a lot of these faces. So whether or not you hate that or love that, that's the way they're looking. I'm personally a fan. I don't see anything wrong with it personally. I like the way a lot of the new models look, and I like that they are still paying attention to these new models and they're continuing to touch them up and make them look better. Another thing I wanted to take a look at as well is the Night Elf female. You can see some variations they've made to those faces as well. They've touched those up quite a bit. You can just see, again, just smoothing out those textures and things like that, just to make it a little more appealing, I think. So, again, I'm a big fan of that, just addressing those and continue to touch them up. And then before we go any further looking at what to expect actually in-game, I want to take a look at the Blood Elves, because the new Blood Elf character models are going to be in now as well. So let's go ahead and just make ourselves a Blood Elf Paladin, because I don't believe in Blood Elf Warriors. Textures on these faces just look astounding compared to what the Blood Elves are now in-game. If you have a Blood Elf, play a Blood Elf, you know that your character models are looking a little worse for wear. So just the way the faces are turned out, these I think definitely look probably some of the best that they've gotten on launch of the actual races and skins themselves. I mean, I know a lot of the new ones look great as well, but I feel like the Blood Elves definitely look great and definitely feels like it was worth the wait, at least to me. Let's take a look at some of just these new textured animations and things that we can find on the Blood Elves. Hopefully our login screen is kind to us. Alright. Sure, why not? We'll accept all this craziness. Let's go ahead and get rid of the cloak, get rid of the helm. That's just how I roll. So as you can see in-game, let's move the interface out of the way. I keep forgetting these hotkeys aren't set up like they are on my actual main account. Just a lot more personality in the face, fluidity and movement, just textures and details in the hair. It almost makes me want to play a Blood Elf, I'm not gonna lie. I could almost enjoy the Blood Elves. Again, I just feel like the textures on these armors are just better. Maybe it's because they're proportionately smaller, so they look a little bit better on the Blood Elves, as opposed to like a Tauren or a human, which is a bit thicker and beefier. Oh, how cute, he has an umbrella. How fitting. But, as you can see here, let's go ahead and just do some animations. As you can see here, let's go ahead and do a couple of different animations here just to see the differences here. So let's actually turn some of the sound up a little bit. That's how that works. So as you can see, they're just like, I don't know, a lot more... Oops, I can't type. Typing skills! Like, just, I don't know, I like that. Just the way, again, everything looks a lot more textured and just pulled out, more lifelike. More fluid, not as awkward. Just kind of goofy and derpy. I don't know, I like it. I like it a lot. Blood elves look cool. Blood elves look cool now. Like the way that looks. And of course, we still have their infamous dance. Like, if you didn't know any better, you'd think these guys actually knew how to have fun if they weren't so pretentious. Just look how goofy, look how happy she is. She's so happy to be retextured and updated. But then you get to know a Blood Elf and they're just all snide. So as you can see here on the Blood Elf males, you get a lot more just personality in the face. Again, looking at their full frame, like legs, arms, shoulders, and everything, they don't look as tiny and frail anymore. They look a little filled out. Looks like the Blood Elf males have been spending a bit of time at the gym, which is probably a good thing. Again, so they don't look so, again, tiny and just frail compared to other races, I feel. One thing I will point out as well that I actually kind of like, and this might be kind of silly, but I just feel like I appreciate these little things like this, is out of all the new race updates and things like that in-game, their portrait, I think, looks the best. So often I feel like a lot of the characters in their portraits up here, they just kind of look kind of out of place and not quite filled out right. It looks just kind of strange, but the Blood Elves, at least the Blood Elf males, just have a really good portrait, I think. So stuff like that sticks out to me. Let's kind of do the same thing. Take a look at just some of the stuff with some personality here. Yeah, still that pretentious, snide laugh, but with a whole lot more just oomph and personality in the face. And then, of course, their infamous Napoleon Dynamite ass. Whoa, hey, buddy, how's it going? Just spawning right on top of me. Oh, and worst timing ever. Looks like I'm, like, dancing all up on him. Oh, that's just awkward. But anyways, there's the Blood Elf dance. Still same, a lot more fluidity, though. Alright, with Blood Elves and character models out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right into the main bits of the game. Logging into my main. As you can see right off the bat here, they've actually added a Garrison loading page, which I think looks really cool, personally. Maybe it's just I'm a big fan of purple, but I just like that the Garrisons now have their own little loading page like this, and it looks appropriate to what your Garrison would look like. So big fan of that kind of stuff. I always like setting the like loading screens as wallpapers on my computer. I think they're really cool. So, first things first, let's go ahead and check out one of my favorite features that has come to patch 6.1. Not the Quartermaster, I am so sorry. Where you at? There you at, girl. You're supposed to be up here. Come back here. Is the work orders. We now have some things that are updated here, as you can see, as we have 4,078 resources. The regions that you have available to you for your work orders are here. It says 4.07k, no longer just the star up top there. And if you'll notice the create all button. So as you can see, we have the start work order, which lets us put, of course, each one in individually, whatever, kind of a pain in the butt. But now with patch 6.1, we are getting this glorious create all button. What it does is it lets you input as many work orders as you have resources for in there with the simple click of a button. That's it. It's beautiful. It's simplistic. I love it. It's straightforward. I would also like to point out the daily quest you have here in your Dwarven Bunker, or for the Horde equivalent, I believe it's called the War Mill. I haven't played anything Horde max level yet in Draenor, so please do forgive me if I've gotten that wrong. But what you can do is once a day you can turn in some Iron Horde scraps for either armor or weapon enhancement tokens. So we're going to do that real quick, turn that in, and we're going to do that. We're going to select which one we want. So let's go ahead and go for a weapon upgrade, and it's going to give us the ones that we are allowed to click on. And then it has a chance to create a green, a blue, or epic upgrade. And as you can see, we pulled an epic one, which upgrades our follower's weapon by 9 item levels. So you can do that once a day, which is going to make it really nice to maybe pull those extra dark iron scraps you have lying around, as well as get those followers leveled up. Next thing I want to take a look at real quick is I want to take a look at the Garrison resource stuff, or the follower stuff. You're going to get different quests being implemented into your Garrison here, different lore characters. Last time I was on 6.1 beta, Meriden Bronzebeard was in here. Now we have Harrison Jones, so that's kind of cool, offering up daily quests. But I want to really look at the follower mission table, because let's see if they still have some of it here. So a lot more rewards are coming with the 6.1. And what you're allowed to do is I don't have any tickets up right now, which is a bummer. I might have to log into one of my alts and see if I can pull them up. but they have rush work orders that you can win with garrison missions. And what that does is allows you to force 5 work orders for any place. They're hut specific, so you'll have missions that will give you a little token that will allow you to rush 5 orders for your enchanter study or your blacksmith area or things like that. You can get those orders completed instantly rather than waiting the full duration for those work orders to be completed. So that's really cool. You also have these as well. It's a Arakora Relations. Basically, it teaches a follower the Birdwatcher trait increases success when on a mission with Arakoa. Another trait will be lost in the process. So again, just ways to customize your followers how you see fit. Some other things that are coming with 6.1 is I don't have any missions here on my tab to show you this, but just from following tweets and things like that. From what I've heard, they are allowing missions in where they are dropping tokens for like different pieces of gear that are bind on account. So you can win those and send them over to your alts and things of that sort so that you can level up your... So that kind of stuff is huge to me, and I'm a big fan of that. And last but not least here, at least on this take, I want to show you the infamous close you heirlooms tab. Now this is really cool how this works. I want to show you this. So basically you have here a list of every heirloom in the game, and you can scroll through, pick which one you want. We even have access to new neck pieces, which is really cool. These alternate between restoring 2% of maximum mana whenever you kill a target that yields experience or honor, or just flat out XP boosts. You have some that restore X amount of health on use with a minute cooldown. So again, stuff like this makes it really easy to kind of keep going and questing with lower downtime, which again, not only with the XP boost, but it's lowering that downtime that you're going to have while questing is just going to increase your levels per hour at a pretty high rate. So that's pretty handy as well. All of your heirlooms can be upgraded to level 90. That is right, your heirlooms can be up to level 90 if you upgrade them. You have to purchase stuff for that as well. So keep that in mind, and I don't know exactly where that all is. I believe you're able to do that from the heirloom vendors as well. But I just wanted to show you how the heirloom tab is going to work so you can get a feel for that. And basically all you're going to do for any tune you want, you're going to right click on it. It's going to create the heirloom. You delete it, no problem. Create it again. And this is available this way for all of your tunes. So you can basically create an infinite number of stuff. Obviously you don't need this many helmets, because you can only pick one helmet, but it doesn't matter. So you can, as long as you have that heirloom unlocked, you're able to access it on any of your tunes, no matter what it is. So that alone, pretty spiffy, pretty spiffy. But that is going to do it for this video, guys. I am planning on doing some coverage of the new class changes, especially warriors. If I do any other classes, it'll probably be my Death Knight and my Paladin, since that is what I'm playing a lot of on live. I might kind of address some of the changes to other classes, but of course, it would be a very uneducated opinion, so you probably don't care, and I don't want to give false information either, so I'd rather stick with what I'm sure of and what I know, which is Warriors, Death Knights, and Paladins mostly. Emphasis on the Warriors. So I definitely want to do some videos doing some coverage on the Warrior changes. But as always, thank you for watching. Please do leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know, again, what you are interested in seeing in 6.1, if I missed something. If I'm just flat out wrong, that's cool too. Just let me know. Keep it civil, I do ask. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.